You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. This is interesting. Tonight is UFC 271, and Joe Rogan is not going to be on that broadcast. Now, it's too early to really and truly know exactly what happened here until at least some kind of a follow-up story comes out. I doubt seriously that this was a Dana White decision, UFC president, because we know that Dana White, with all the Joe Rogan drama that's been going on involving Spotify and him, the attempted cancellation by the lefties on Twitter for various reasons, whether it's his opinions on COVID or the greatest hits N-word compilation that one of the wokesters decided to put together that thought that was going to be the silver bullet to get Joe Rogan canceled. Well, except it wasn't. When you have 11 million listeners and or viewers a day, Spotify's not dumb. He's a massive, massive moneymaker for them. And point of fact, he has more viewers and or listeners than any other media entity in the country. That's right. Fox News, MSNBC, CBS, ABC, of any one singular show, he is far and away, by millions upon millions, higher than all of them. So, this news came out, and it's very interesting. Joe Rogan has been pulled from the 271 broadcast. Joe Rogan has been pulled from the 271 pay-per-view card on ESPN Plus. I think I said podcast. Shit happens. Rogan, 54, has been working with UFC since 97 and is one of the faces of the company. He has been a commentator on their fights since 2001. Rogan was set to serve as a commentator for Saturday's fight card alongside John Anik, but he has now been replaced. Instead of Rogan, Michael Bisping will be making his in-person debut for a U.S. pay-per-view fight card. Aaron Bronstetter was told by UFC official that Rogan has a scheduling conflict. Daniel Cormier is also going to be on tonight's broadcast. Quote, the scheduling conflict is most likely a cover-up. This is not my words, folks. This is from Larry Brown Sports. The scheduling conflict is most likely a cover-up for somebody not wanting Rogan to represent them in the public eye until conflicts over his personal podcast blow over. Rogan hosts the extraordinarily popular The Joe Rogan Experience, and in 2020 was paid $100 million to make Spotify the audio home of his podcast. The deal made him more visible in the public eye. Rogan, a frequent target of cancellation attempts from those who attempted to silence or censor his podcast due to topics of exploration. He loves exploration. Particularly, there are efforts to censor Rogan throughout the COVID-19 pandemic because he brought on guests who were censored/banned by many notable tech and media platforms. Rogan also gained notoriety, providing advice to some on how to battle the you-know-what. Recently, those trying to cancel Rogan compiled a video of times he used the N-word, omitting context from the uses of the word. We've seen that. Rogan has addressed the attacks on him, his show, and Spotify. Yesterday, he called it a political hit, I think, or something of that nature. Spotify has pulled over 100 episodes of the Rogan show due to language used in those episodes, though they have continued to let him host. Though Rogan misses some UFC shows here or there, the timing of this move seems related to his recent controversy. Well, does it? I mean, yeah, the timing is bad, okay, or it looks bad. But we know Dana White backs him, right? Now, we don't know this for sure, but could Joe Rogan himself said, Look, Dana, I'm going to back off this one. I'm going to back out of this one. And let's wait the next pay-per-view, and I'll be back. But let's let some things die down a little bit. Well, he's got that podcast, so I don't know how much is actually going to die down. But yeah, when these cancellation attempts come, there's a fever and a fire, generally for about 3 days, but this one had multiple layers. And we got to remember, a lot of his drama started when Aaron Rodgers brought up Joe Rogan, okay, when he had COVID. And then the shitstorm happened with Aaron Rodgers that we covered on this channel for, nearly 3 weeks. There was Aaron Rodgers content nearly daily. And some of it had to do with Joe Rogan and everything that was going on there. I just don't believe Dana White would have him pulled from this broadcast because Dana doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's made that clear. He said, any political feelings of any of my fighters, any of my people, that's their business. That's what they do. And he does not try to censor anybody. So I just don't know that I agree with a narrative, at least early on, that this was the UFC's call to have done. It makes me believe it might have been Rogan's. Again, speculation. I don't know for sure. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. UFC 271. In fact, Dana was laughing during that press conference yesterday. UFC 271 is tonight. No Joe Rogan on the event. Peace, I'm out.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.